We're reviewing Walmart Deli Pizza, their brick oven pizza. I apologize. Oops. This is the crust base bottom. Here's the top. Romero. So I saw my gastrologist today, and now I have to start my fast. I wanted to wait till after my appointment so I could ask some questions. So this will be the last thing I review that's solid food for a couple of days. Yep, before I started my fast, I want to know if I was allowed to take my gummy vitamins or any of my other supplements and stuff, or if that would interfere with the fasting that the doctor wanted me to do. I have a list of supplements I take. It took me 13 and a half hours, but I beat gosh dang Vice City last night. Or I should say this morning. Difficult. Yeah, finally. We're at 170,000 views for the month. Or, yeah, about 170,000, which means we only have about 50 some thousand views to go. Have you ever tried the Walmart deli pizzas? They're the cold pizzas, not the frozen pizzas, in the deli section. They're not frozen. They're called brick oven pizzas. Well, this isn't like freshly made deli food. This is like just next to the in the deli section next to the deli. How is everybody doing today? What'd you guys have for dinner? You had pizza? That's funny. Where'd you get your pizza from? Little Caesars. Little Caesars, huh? What'd you get? The hot and ready pepperoni? How did Remy react to me beating Vice City? He was in disbelief. I don't think he believes I even beat it. And unfortunately, the last hour of my live got cut off by YouTube, so you don't even see me beating the game on the live. I don't even know if it recorded the 13 hours. I'll have to double check. I'm gonna actually do that right now before I forget. Yep, nope, I got it in my recorded video. 13 hours and 7 minutes. So I'll be editing that down and uploading that in a couple parts. Excuse me. It's got a shit ton of meat. Like, you'd see more meat, but I threw like 2 handfuls of cheese on top of it because I felt like it didn't have enough cheese. All you could see was meat. It's probably got a pound of toppings on there. It was like a 52 ounce or 48-ounce pizza or some shit like that. It was called the Meat Lovers. It's about Little Caesars quality. It's definitely better than most frozen pizzas. And it's huge. I believe it was $6.99, $7.99, or $8.99. I can't remember. It was a whole section of deli pizzas, and they were all priced differently. So it was between $6 and $8. But it's massive. It's a 16-inch pizza. So it's a really big pizza. Might even be an 18-inch pizza. I'd have to double check. It's pretty big. Hi there, Mr. Funbot. Pizza. It's a me, Mario. I'm about to slap a Luigi with a slice of pizza. Hey, you turtle, you do a convincing Italian accent. Well, my grandpa was Italian, and I did hear it a little bit growing up. Scusi, scusi. Miss Amore. L? You're giving me an L? You're an L, Mr. Funbot. How dare you give me an L? I'm hilarious. I am Steve. Well, hello, Steve. Damn you, Scuba Steve. So this is what the crust looks like. As you see, it's got a good golden brown base. Where's the microphone? You hear how hard that is? Let's give that a snap. Let's try that again. Definitely a crunchy bread. Yeah, I'm only going to eat 2 pieces. I'm already almost full. What did everybody have for dinner? What'd you have for dinner, Mr. Funbot? You're about to eat Dick Aid in a second? What's Dick Aid? I never had Dick Aid before. Is it like lemonade, but instead you use your penis? Does anyone know what Dick Aid is? I'm very curious what Dick Aid is. Oh, sorry, my eyes are fuzzy. There's an S in there. I didn't see that. That bro was pissing in a glass, drinking it, and calling it lemonade. I don't want that in my search history. Every time I look up lemonade from here on out, it'll just be a bunch of, you know. I mean, it's no fresh pizza, but it's decent pizza. And it's a lot of pizza. And it's easy to make pizza. I would definitely put it above pretty much any frozen pizza you're gonna have. There's only a couple of frozen pizzas I might eat over this one, but not many. It's heavily topped. You're not gonna get a frozen pizza with this much topping. That's just proof in the pudding right there, man. I'm telling you, I've had a lot of frozen pizzas. Only a couple have come with a fair amount of toppings. Most of them are skimping. This has a solid pound of toppings between the sausage and the pepperoni, everything else. It might even be more than a pound. There's a lot of toppings on this pizza. I was very surprised. Excuse me. So, since it's not a frozen pizza, but it's a Walmart pizza, I'm not sure where I should classify this. So, I don't know if I should give it a frozen pizza review. I'm just going to give it an honest pizza review. So, compared to most frozen pizzas, this is far better. But compared to fresh pizza, it only beat the low end pizza places. So I give it between a 6 and a 7.5 out of 10 in that ballpark. You might ask why the fluctuation? Because this can also be determined by user error. If you overbake it, you're gonna burn your pizza. If you undercook it, you're not gonna have a good pizza. So this pizza is determined on how well you pay attention to directions. It says 13 to 16 minutes at 375. I did it for 16 to 18 minutes at 375 because I wanted it to come out well done. A lot of the brick oven pizzas, if you don't do it a little longer, it's just you kind of have a mushy pizza. So I wait till it gets a golden brown at the bottom. It's not a disappointment though. It's a fairly decent pizza, and if you want something that's enough to feed a family, this is definitely it. It's bigger than a Little Caesars pizza. It's bigger than a medium pizza from Domino's. It's about a 16 or 18-inch pizza, so it's the size of an extra large. No, mid is 5. On my scale, mid is 5 because that's in the middle. Below 5 is bad, above 5 is good. 5 itself is mid. So a 6 to 7.5 is better than mid. 4.5 to 5.5 in that ballpark, that is the mid category. If it's below 4.5, it is bad food. If it's above 5.5, it is decent food. It goes from 4.5, 5.5, that's the midsection. 4 is bad, 6 is decent, 7 is good, 8 is great, 9 and 10 are like top tier. And then vice versa. 1 and 2 are disgusting. 3 is tolerable but not good. 4 is tolerable but not good. And then 5 is mid. For those wondering how I grade things on my scale, I mean, mid should be middle, right? That's not like I'm doing an A plus, B plus. So a 5 is an F. You know, a 6 is like a D. A 7 is like a C. You get it? I was reviewing Walmart's Brick Oven Meat Lovers Deli Pizza. This is the last of my slice. As you see, it is loaded with toppings. I'd say there's at least 16 ounces of toppings on the pizza. I mean, it is a Walmart deli pizza. So, I mean, there very well could be some sus ingredients there, Drew. Because it's not frozen. So, they got to keep it fresh somehow. So, I'm not going to read the ingredients. I have thought about doing that with some videos. I mean, some products, but I haven't done that yet. I get that, and you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. I often read the ingredients myself. Don't even care what goes in there by. No, I actually do care. That's why I'm not gonna sit here and eat a whole bunch of this pizza. I don't eat a lot of this kind of stuff anymore. I only ever eat it for the review videos. I'm building a food channel here, and I gotta have a library for content, right? So I'm just going through and I'm reviewing stuff. And maybe when I get monetized, I'll get more thorough. But right now, we're learning while we're doing. I haven't been doing this long, and I will definitely take into consideration what you're saying. Maybe I'll start reading off the ingredients to certain items so people can be warned. Yeah, yeah, no, I cook. If you look at some of my other videos, I cook. Some videos are cooking, some videos are reviews, some videos are food hacks. I do fast food reviews, at home product reviews, like this Walmart Deli pizza and DiGiorno pizza, uh, ramen noodle bowl, stuff like that. What's your go to dish to make? Well, it depends. Like, am I cooking for myself? Am I cooking for a family? Am I cooking for a date? Because they're all different. For your lady. So, for example, one of my specialties is a seafood Alfredo. I will lightly grill scallops for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side, and then after I've chopped them up into good little pieces, so I just saute, and I do that in a pan after I've already sauteed some onions, so they get a nice little flavor. I will then cut up some shrimp, do the same thing, and then lastly, crab or lobster, cut it up, squirt a little bit of lime and a little bit of butter in the pan, do the same thing, cook it lightly because if you cook it all the way, the hot Alfredo sauce is going to finish cooking it. I mean, if you cook it all the way, the Alfredo sauce is going to turn your meat rubbery. So I tend to let the meat be about 70 to 80% cooked, and then throw it into the hot sauce, and then I let that marinate for about 10 minutes, and that will finish cooking the meat because the sauce is hot. If you do the sauce right, Alfredo from scratch, I do Alfredo from scratch. Yeah, I do a Parmigiano Alfredo. I take butter, fresh grated Parmesan, but I do a 3 to 4 cheese Alfredo usually. I don't just do Parmesan. I'll do 1 part mozzarella, 1 part Gouda, 1 part white cheddar, 1 part Parmesan, or 1 part Parmesan, 1 part mozzarella, 1 part Gouda. I usually do a 3 to 4 cheese blend, but it's always white cheeses. It always comes out really good though. If you do just Parmesan, I feel like the cheese sauce is grittier, um, and I don't like that. So I do a 1 to 1 ratio. So if I do Parmesan mozzarella, it's a 50-50. If I do Parmesan white cheddar mozzarella, it's a 30-30-30. And another one of my go-tos is spaghetti. Being Italian, I make spaghetti sauce from scratch. I will fire roast tomatoes and onions and garlic, and either on the grill or in the oven. I'll broil them for about 10 minutes, and then I'll throw them into a skillet on about a 4 with a cup or 2 of water, and then I will start to mush and stir the vegetables until they become a sauce, usually using a masher. Then I'll grill the sausage, make a nice grilled sausage, because Italian sausage is what you're supposed to use in spaghetti. Americans use hamburger, so I use Italian sausage and hamburger. So I will cook Italian sausage on the grill, and then I'll usually cook some hamburger in a pan with some garlic and some onion and some mushroom, and make that all into one like nice meld, and then that goes into the sauce. So those are two of my top dishes to make a date. I also make keto pizzas on dates. Girls, believe it or not, love the idea of a carb-free dinner that tastes good. Alright, folks. That's all for now. I'm going to go attempt to play a video game. Romero, to answer your question, I feel alright considering I did a 13-hour stream today. I ended up going to bed for like 6 hours. So I'm not tired. I'm still waking up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And come back for more food reviews, food shorts, cooking hacks, cooking jokes, food jokes, and more. If you haven't subscribed to the game channel, you should. Go to the home page. Scroll down to the 2 recommended lists. You're going to find my other channels and We Are the Turtles. Give some subs out to some of the fellas. I work with them, and we're a team of streamers. And if you want to see me play video games or play video games with me, on those recommended lists you'll see I'm Turtle Ninja. Give that guy a sub if you want to play games with me. Until next time, folks, Crazy Carl out.